Now these Pacific Energy wood stoves, they come in quite a few different models. This one specifically here would be your mid-range model. I believe it's called the Super Classic. It will heat up to 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. So we figured that would be the best fit for our home. They come in a lot of different colors. You can get orange, black, green, red, burgundy. You can either get them with the pedestal. The pedestal is a little bit cheaper than the legs. You can go with like a shiny brass color around your door, or brass grating up top, or brass legs. We went with the flat black look, and this is cast iron legs, and they come on the ones with the brass covering as well, all cast. Some of the things that we really like about this Pacific Energy wood stove, number one is the savings. Our old wood stove that we used before this one, we would usually go through 5 to 6 cord of wood a year. By purchasing this Pacific Energy wood stove, it cut our wood in half. So now we're down to about 3 cord a year, 2.5 to 3 cord a year. So it literally cut the cost of wood to heat our home in half. These Pacific Energy wood stoves, they also come with a lifetime warranty. As long as you follow the instructions and with your heating, and make sure the stove doesn't get too hot. I know you can get thermostats for your pipe, and little digital thermostats for the top of your stove to keep your heat regulated. But as long as you keep up on your maintenance and take care of your stove, this stove will last you a lifetime. It'll be your last wood stove you'll ever have to buy. The second thing we like about it is how quiet the wood stove is. Like right now, we just lit it not that long ago, and it's got kindling in there, and cedar kindling. You know how that snaps and pops, and you can barely hear that snapping and cracking inside that wood stove. So it's really quiet. The other thing we like about the wood stove is the glass never gets dirty. I shouldn't say never. Maybe it may at the end of the season need a quick wipe, but our old wood stove, oh man, like every week or two we were cleaning the glass. But this one, it stays clean all the time, and there's reasons for that, and I'll get into that later on in the video. Another thing we really like about the wood stove is the heat comes up through the grates in the top. The sides always stay cool, so you're not worried about furniture. The way we have our piping going up with an elbow at the top. But if this piping was straight up through the ceiling, straight up through the roof, you are allowed by WETT certification to have this Pacific Energy wood stove within 5 inches of a combustible wall, as long as you have a double walled stovepipe, which we do. As far as maintenance goes with these wood stoves, it's pretty straightforward. There's a little black lever right here. So that little black lever right there, you pull that out, that opens a trap door in the base of your firebox, and it allows you to sweep all your ashes in that hole, and they drop down into this pan down here. This pan, then you can pull it out, take it outside, and empty your ashes. So they make it convenient to empty out your wood stove. This wood stove, the way it's designed, it reburns the smoke coming off the wood. It reburns the gases inside the wood box. So therefore, there's a lot less smoke and gases released out into the air, out the flue. Your older wood stoves, they weren't EPA approved. A lot of them aren't. You're not allowed to put them in the new homes now. They will not. The government laws will not pass them. A lot of town bylaws have it, so you can't put the older style wood stoves unless they're EPA approved as well. EPA stands for Environmental Protection Agency, and what that is this wood stove, the way it's designed, the smoke that's coming off the wood while being burned in that chamber stays in that chamber and is reburnt by the flame to the point where there's hardly any smoke left to come out the flue, hardly any gas, hardly any smoke left to go out that flue as pollution. So this mid-range wood stove that we purchased, it is EPA approved at, I believe, 1.8 grams of gas that is released out into out the flue, out into the air. So that is hardly anything being released out that flue. I know different times we've lit the stove and you go outside and you never see smoke once you have these Pacific Energy wood stoves going. You never see smoke coming out the flue. And you can also tell by the way the wood's burning. It almost looks, it burns so clean it almost looks like a propane burning. How it reburns all that gas. So how they make these wood stoves EPA approved is on the front you have your main airflow. All the way to the left is on high, and you can bring it back to low. This has an air channel through the bottom of the wood, the firebox, that blows the air right in through underneath your wood, keeping your coals good and hot, and the flame good and bright for your firewood. It also has an air pocket in the back that brings in air through the top of the wood stove, through baffles, and that air is driven out through the end of the baffles closer to the door here from the back end, and that's what drives that smoke down back inside the wood box, keeping the smoke and gases from going out the flue. So that air flows through the baffles, pushing that smoke back down, and reburns in the flame with your wood, and keeps going through that cycle until pretty much all the gas and smoke is reburnt and put out as heat, therefore releasing 1.8 grams, 2 grams out the flue. There's also a third air chamber that is underneath the door, and that air chamber releases air up through the front of the glass, which helps keep the smoke and the flame off of the glass, therefore keeping the glass clean longer. And that's a really nice, unique design by Pacific Energy, the way they built this wood stove. All right, folks, I hope you liked the video. If you're thinking about buying one of these Pacific Energy wood stoves, I highly recommend it. We love it. Like I said, big time savings, EPA approved, better for the environment. It will be allowed in the newer homes, these style of wood stoves. And just a really nice looking wood stove for your home. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.